Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing a follow-up video today. A couple of months, actually it was 5 months ago, I started doing a bunch of videos where I was comparing the Holosun 507C, right, which has only the 32 MOA circle, to the 507 ACSS, which has a 250 MOA circle, which kind of helps you find a 10 MOA chevron in the center. So first initial video that I did, I was not sure which I was going to like better because I had been using the 507C for almost a year already. I had kind of gotten really used to it. So I was like, well, I'm going from this nice big 32 MOA circle to just a 10 MOA chevron. And I'm basically, as a follow-up video, tell you guys, yeah, I am 100% completely sold on the ACSS. It is a much better sighting system. Here, let me show it to you guys here, in case you guys aren't familiar with it. All right, so 250 MOA circle that helps you find the 10 MOA chevron in the center. Okay, now you'll notice that it's doing the blinky blinky. That means the battery's running low. 6 months later, we'll talk about that. But first, let me finish saying that when training new shooters, I find that they're able to learn to shoot faster, better, with the big, with that big 250 MOA circle and that little chevron in the center. Before, when I had the 32 MOA circle only, basically, if people didn't have perfect presentation, basically I'd have to tell them to line up the sights. Now with this big 250 MOA circle, they kind of almost instinctively, without any instruction, really, go to the center of it and they find their chevron. Now, when I just showed you this glass, you saw it was blinking, right? So basically, the battery's running low. This is only, where are you? This is only about 6 months old, and it's not defective. I've seen this in a lot of the Holosun products. You're not going to get the 50,000 hours that they tell you if you're using the gun regularly, right? Because if the gun's going into the safe, it's that with that go to sleep, shake awake technology, the gun's asleep. But if you're using the gun on almost a daily basis, like I do, it doesn't get to sleep as much. Okay. In fact, if I go to my carry gun, right, I got here the G43, and that's got the 507K. That's got unfortunately, this only has the 32 MOA circle. They haven't come out with an ACSS option for this yet, and they haven't come out with a solar panel for it yet. But with this gun over here, I'm getting 1 to 2 months of battery life. So in the summertime, where the hours were longer, right, the daylight hours were longer, I was out, I was more active, I was getting only 1 month of battery life. Now in the wintertime, I tend to go home earlier. I'm now getting 2 months of battery life. I've done videos on this. So I want you guys to have realistic expectations. Same thing with like my 510C on my rifles. Same deal there. I mean, I'm changing the batteries usually every 6 months on those because they start doing the blinky blinky. But I use the guns every day. So just be aware that what they tell you that you're gonna get. I mean, they're probably just they're not using the guns the way that somebody like me uses the guns. Okay. But anyway, going back to the two reticles, because this was really a discussion of 32 MOA circle of the 507C versus the 507 ACSS reticle system. People say that, hey, if you use perfect presentation, the dot should always be there, right? You shouldn't have to use your iron sights, right? Because let's say with my G43 here, right? If I come out in some weird situation like this, right, and I don't find that 32 MOA circle, I gotta go to my iron sights to help me, find my circle, like I'm doing right now, right? Some weird situation like that, you gotta go to your iron sights. Whereas with the ACSS, I can quickly, go to the center of that circle and find that chevron. It gets me on target a lot faster. Now, you might say, well, is that really practical? Well, I'm going to show you guys a tactical drill that I do with people where it's actually, where it is a big help. It really makes a difference. So, here we go. All right, so that illustrates the situation. It might not just be, going up a rope. It might just be going up a ladder, where it really helps to have that 250 MOA circle to help you find that chevron. It's very practical. At this point, from this point going forward, for my pistols, I only buy the optics that have that ACSS. I'm hoping that they start making the 507K with the ACSS as well and the solar panel, because that's something that's not available right now. And having used the ACSS, using the 507K, it's something that I really miss. Having gone from one, I haven't used both. So I hope that information's interesting and useful to you guys. Drop some comments below. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe, hit that bell button. I'll talk to you guys soon.